Greetings and welcome to Factorio. I'm Dgray and today we continue our let's play of Krastorio 2, where we last episode just got a ton of our smelting set up. We are at least producing most of the items we need. So today is going to be focusing on getting more power running. It's going to be focusing on automating the process of getting coal to our machines, getting resources moved around, and all that jazz. So right now these are slowly moving along, mining whatever we need. So let's go and look just over here. We are quite close to having steam engines, but as we saw last episode, we will probably need a few wind turbines to get this going. The main reason I'm saying this is that if you place this one down, it consumes a lot more power than we can produce at the moment. And if we want to speed things up, we kind of have to do that if we're running our assemblers at the same time. We could also not do it, but just to showcase wind turbines, let's try and make a few. Luckily we have everything we need for it. Get you to make these instead. The power is lacking a small amount, luckily. That is very easy solvable. And how are these looking? That looks quite good for a wind turbine. Oh, it might work in real life as well. I think I've seen wind turbines like this. Do comment if you know if this is a possible thing to do. And other than that, we still need about 2 more to get the minimum power to run 3-4 things. And doing this, we should be able to craft it a lot faster. So a few more wind turbines won't hurt anyone. And let's just do out this way. And there we are. That should give us enough power to run these two, while we're also running just a few assemblers. We at least have about 90 left. So that should be about 1 more we can power up if we want. Might just get it to make gear wheels, since as we always know, gear wheels is used for so many things. So let's start by setting a few of these as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's do 8 of these. Let's do a bit of pipe. And let's craft some basic inserters to get the coal in. We will also want to craft, if we just go to the one over here, quite a few belts. And we can just do this to get some of that going, or we can just do it in our inventory, because we are lacking a small amount of power, but I think it's fine if we just let this run as is. So the thing we need to do now is drag power over here to where we want our steam turbines. Power poles we just need belts. We have this, we need an offshore pump. That's missing the automation core that we are currently working on. So what does that craft cost to make? We have all that. So we could go up there and set it up and start to drag things around. Might just take the coal this way around or down this way. So let's see. Offshore pump, if we put it here, we will be able to place it down before we can make it. Right here. And maybe we'll just do one right there. Jumping out this one to here just to give ourselves a bit of room. And we will have to pick this up at some point, but that is not the end of the world. Automation core finished. Should probably go for assembly machines next, or add in some military to make sure we can defend ourselves a bit better if the biters decide to look at us. What? Can we craft huge rock? Huh. Welcome to the jungle. That's quite funny. Let's get the assembly first, then we'll get this one after. Because as soon as we get a steam, we'll have a lot more power. And then it'll be a lot better. Gonna do my normal setup for this. Doing pipes in between. The reason for that is then we can just hook up things like this and continue. And then we can take a bit of belt if we just get it to run this way. Might as well get it to run this way since we will need it. Oh, directly for that, we'll just maybe move that. And add in a few burner inserters. So automation core is done. We should be able to make an offshore pump that should start a lot of this and get things moving. So let's hook up this to the rest of our things. Oh, it needs powered offshore pump. That seems to be a new thing in Krastorio. So there we are. Steam power achieved. These produce 750 each, so we can go up to 6.9 megawatts now compared to our old, what was it, 500 or something like that. So power wise we should be sorted for a little while. Now we just need to hook things up and get things moving along. So the first thing I want to set up at the moment is actually a smeltery array. So let's just craft. Oh, we have some. Let's just craft a few more of these and add in some coal to whatever is missing it right here. And there we go. Oh, that's most of our coal getting used. So all this is going now. Now we need to hook up the first thing. And this one is pretty much the first thing I want to hook up. That means we will need a few of these. And the way I'm going to do it is like that. And keep it going. Just going to check one thing in the mod settings. And that is... Oh, we can't mute them when we're in game. Otherwise I would have muted these. They are making a bit of noise, but luckily only here in the beginning. Afterwards it won't really be an issue. So we'll need to get this hooked up over here. And since we don't have underground yet, I'm thinking about how we can get to that. That's all the way down here. That means we'll have to get this before we can get undergrounds. Only 2 steps, so that's not that much we need, but I really want to get to it, since it is quite important. So power wise we can move it for now, so let's set up a smeltery array. What if we started just right here, just doing 1 row of each? So we will just do a bit of iron. Or do one here for copper and then do an iron next to it. Since we don't have the underground, we can't really do that much yet. Pretty standard setup. Please just make a ton of you while I talk. That's an input output going down this way, going in over here. Doing the same on this side. Having the belts here as well. So this will be our normal setup we'll use. Copy pasting it over here to have an iron one. can probably take some of these builds out for now. So let's get this set up. 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That will mean we can get iron and coal in. Or we can just keep this for now until we have all the research done. That could also be a very good way to do it. To be honest, I think that might be the best solution. Just doing a little easy setup over here with these to get science flowing. I actually think that's more important at the moment. So, simple setup. Yeah, then we'll move this one. You'll make that one. You'll make this. Here's a chest. And let's get some inserters. Luckily, these are working with burner leech. So that means they can grab power from different inputs if we so decide. Or we can just fill it with the fuel right away. And then we'll just put you into... Oh, what is that? Into a lab, and then we can output it somewhere else. This only needs 5 every something seconds, so we can actually just hook up a few more to this one. Let's get double production. And let's hook up some power. So that should start to work. Just need to go grab a bit of coal to get our science flowing. There we are. Definitely need a few more coal miners. I think that is quite obvious at this point. Because we'll have to give it to these. And then we are producing a bit of science. So far we can just move it by hand into this and get something else to move it around. I think that will be fine. So you can go away. You can turn to this one. And make a few more things. Or we can just do a normal setup like that. And some builds over here. So that is looking quite good. I must say so myself. Shocking along. Here are some more workers for you. And some more iron for me. 1000 iron, that's not bad. So we'll just let this work for a little while and go have a look at our labs. That is pretty much our main thing at the moment. Military done. And that means we should look for the next thing. And that is pretty much getting logistics. That means we need this one. And that opens up a ton of things. Also turrets. But getting this one is our #1 priority afterwards. Only 15 red tech cells or tech cards. So we can always handcraft it if needed. You can just chuck along right there. Let's use you as well to make something we need. Not really that much. You can also just stay like that. So that means we can start to hook up our different kinds of things going forward. Do want you to go up this way. It's water power. Might not be the optimal way to do it. To be honest, we can also go this way instead. I think that might be better. Because if our, what's it called, smeltery columns start right here. If we then go around, right here around the top, we can split it into those and don't have to worry about it. Yeah, it's fine. It doesn't need to be perfect the first time we set it up. At least not in a world where other things are pressing at the moment. Will that fit in as we want it? Hopefully. There we go. To here for now. So that means coal will flow in, supply these, and that means we have automated our power production. Next thing is getting the tech cards, getting the underground, so we can start to move things around our belts. Or we can just move things by hand for now. So you'll be copper. Same for these, and you will be iron. There we go. And we do have 1.4k stored up, and we do have a lot of coal, so in theory we can just do this for now. There we are. Here is some coal. And that's a bit of production up and running. But of course, as we always do on this channel, that is, we automate everything as soon as possible. Otherwise we will be in a huge trouble in a little while. So that is chugging along. We did make more labs. Let's use them. Let's do this for when we get better things. And there we are. Twice the speed. That is good. I'm just moving this because I want something else in between. Since it'll take... Whoa, that's a ton of things in the future. Oh, that looks cool. Because I want the research to keep going while we craft our red textiles. Mining speeds. Oh, that's expensive. Let's just get some walls. I know the robots will... robots. I know the biters will attack us sometime in the future. So walls will be very, very necessary. So did we get anything crafted around here? Gear wheels. We have steel beams going right here, rather slowly. Could make a second one making steel beams. Just to fill it up on all our basic resources. Automation cores. That is good. The reason why I'm still handcrafting a bit is I want to set up robots very, very soon. But I want to get some of our basic things up and running first. Before we jump directly into that. So, iron. Copper. And this is producing iron for us as well over here. That's such good. Oh, I love watching them work. That is brilliant. So now we have almost 2k iron in our inventory. We could start to build the infrastructure for things, but yeah, let's just wait a few minutes. Or what I could do, to be honest, is try and figure out where I want it. Like I said, I want to try and build down here to the right, and I am thinking of using the blueprint from our Megabase series. So if we just take this one and look at it, we have this as an outline for it. Pretty much this is the only one I want to bring as a scaffolding for how we want to build our base. Everything will fit into these, and unlike my entry level to Megabase, I don't want to move everything with robots. I will do trains as well, so we can make grids that has rails in them that transport resources around, and then we'll have robotic cells that process all the resources that come in. Maybe just what's it called, the basic ones, and then all the higher processing will be done in the cells. Something like that is what I have planned. Might change in the future, but for now that is the goal. Could be cool combining the two. So picking up some wood might as well. Oh, and one thing I forgot to also say in episode 1 is that I did change my microphone settings a bit. So it should sound a bit differently than what I'm doing in my entry level to Megabase. And if you would, I would very much appreciate a comment on how this sounds compared to the other one. If it's too high or too low, or whatever you think. I always appreciate the feedback, because that's how we get better. By learning from our mistakes, or learning from other people. So right now we're just waiting for a bit of science to get done. This one ran out of wire. No, it just filled up, sorry. Get you into this one. That'll slowly but surely produce. And then we're quite close getting to our red science. Let's craft a submachine gun. Oh, does it use different ammo? It does. Let's just craft a bit. I want to make sure that when the biters pay us a visit, or when we go look at them, that I can actually defend myself. I don't have any body armor yet, so that should probably be something I look for as well. Or I might make that as soon as we see... Oh, that sounds cool. As soon as we see our first biters. There we are. Let's grab some of you. And that one. So there we go. A lot of basic resources done. Should we make some more labs just to get this working a bit faster? If we do 3 more and just add them in up here, we should be able to do one of these. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Just remember to put in a bit of coal. Give it some power. And then we pretty much doubled our science speed. And the reason why I'm doing this is then I can just drop it into these and they will move them up. Let's give you some more plates to keep you running. And we do have power to just set up a ton more of these. So that was that one. That means we start to craft these. know I'm just handcrafting it at the moment. That is fine. Light armor. Also expensive. But we might as well start a bit on it. If I get caught off by a surprise. I have no idea how strong the biters are in Krastorio. So that is one thing I'm looking very much forward to, but one thing I will most definitely find out very, very soon. And if they are too strong, it will be a bit dangerous. Yeah, let's just craft a few. Can we make... We should probably set up a nice little crafting for that. But that is a long chain. Iron sticks to iron gear wheels. So I'll wait until make a cell where we make these in. And do some ratios where we have belts moving it around and such. And I think that might be in the next episode where we try to make some cyan cells. Since that would be quite good. So let's just change you to this one to get that done. And add this one in around the place. Getting all logistics on the road. Let's see. We also need this one. That will be needed to craft green circuits that we need for our roboports and chests, among other things. So let's not neglect that job. There we are. Pick up more you. You're fine. We can just throw this into these out here. And here's some more coal for you in case you are missing some. So all in all, the base is running as good as to be expected. And yeah, oh, let's craft some more. Might as well. And get all logistics set up. So we next episode can start to build our robotic network and get the show on the road. So that's the electronics. If you just saw it, we got undergrounds as we know. We got some inserters and then we got the loader. The loader is amazing. There is a mod called, I think it's Loader Redux or something like that. And if this is anything like that, I am gonna be very, very excited to play with it. Haven't done it before in any of my series, but I have seen a ton of it, and it's a brilliant mod. And I love that it's part of Krastorio. So let's fix this. Let's craft. Not any more of you, but pretty much get some of this hooked up. Because I want to hook this up right now. So I'm gonna do a standard setup for things. Something like this. Having pretty much a coal run down here instead now. So coal run right here. I'll just change that around and move things. So you'll go down there. Oh, no you won't. You'll go this way. But this is how it will look. Let's just set up the things. Jump from here to here. That'll be a coal. This will go this way. To here. And let's make a few more splitters just to set this up correctly. So this means that whenever we have coal flowing, it will get evenly distributed, we can then jump it from here up until the next cell and have it all completely modular. That is always what I go for in my builds. So that will add coal to both sides. Let's just set up the rest of this, so we at least have our smeltery array going. I think that is our #1 priority at the moment. Let's see here. So now this is working, we just need the iron in from over here. And luckily that is quite easy to do. We'll also need, we can pretty much just set up the belts first. Up this way please, split or go into one of these and continue along. To be honest, we could skip this one, just do something like this instead. The output should be the same since we're pulling evenly from both sides. If not, we can do something else. Pretty much just doing this one as we saw. Going in and doing that if we want things to look a bit better. So let's drag our iron up here. Let's go down this way for now. Let's jump in the first one. Let's go back a bit. Right here is pretty much where I want the jump. So you'll go down this way and in, continue along this way, you'll go this way and do a nice little jump from here to there. Let's hook up a few of these. And every second one, if you do Shift L, it will drop on the near side instead. That's a good way to balance out things. Shift L and Shift L. So that is pretty much our iron sorted. Let's quickly do this. Oh, we need the coal to come down here. So let's just quickly fix that as well for our what's it called? Copper. So you'll go right here, I think is correct. Do this and you'll do a little jump. You already have. And this way. And you go this way. Down to here. Let's make a ton more of inserters. Because then we just need to drag this one down somewhere else. To be honest, you would just have to go down right here. And this way. And jump in. And there goes the coal into these. And that is close to being as automated as we need it to be. Let's do the same on the opposite side. So that will now work. Here comes the coal, that is flowing in. Just need to do the same over here. Right there. Make a few more belts and hook up our copper. just like this. Please to you. And get this show on the road. Yeah, there's no need to do that. Oh well, it's fine. We'll just have one belt of copper coming in anyway. So that's the copper setup. That is the iron setup right here. And then we... Oh, that's a stupid place for you to stop. And then we just need these things to go. Maybe outputting a few more from these, or just from out here. And there we are. Things are moving along. We have both our smeltery arrays running. And we can now pick up all the iron we need in the world and start to have this flowing down south towards whatever kind of setup we want to do with robots down here. So sorry for the bit long episode this time, but I wanted to get this thing done before I ended it. So hopefully you're enjoying this. I think it's very fun to build, and hopefully you think it deserves a like and a subscribe. And yeah, with those words, thank you so much for watching, guys. I've been Dgray, and I'll see you next episode. Bye.